Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dovecote. That's not even how I do it. Hello, everybody. It is February 10th, 2025, 7:03 p.m. EST. You are watching the Dovecote episode 57 with Crowley and Softie, Softie and Crowley, Crowley and Sif, I feel
Ribbit.
odd, and Sif.
Eclipse
Please.
is ill.
I'm ill. I
I'm
have a
ill. I'm doing
sickness.
pretty. I'm pretty ill too.
The world is broken. Everything is gone. Uh, do y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah. Dear, do you want to go first or should I?
You go. You go for it.
Okay. Hi, I'm Crowley. I feel odd. Ribbit. I am a frog. More importantly, I am a game designer and author with You Are Beheld. I occasional collaborator. I've been around for a few of Eclipse's ventures. I'm making all sorts of stuff, like the complete edition of We Live Forever, Inhuman Resources, which you'll hear more about rather soon, and sometimes even good things. But I don't publish those on purpose. I leave them in a room.
Hell yeah. Softie.
I'm golf clapping. You can't hear it though. No. Hi. I'm Softie. I'm actually pretty new to doing a game design stuff. Human resources is also actually my first thing. It's been pretty fun. I mostly just play video games online for the most part and talk about game design with people.
Hell yeah. What's your kingdom? What's your reckoning of Amalur build?
Yeah. I don't know what that is. I don't actually. I only
What's
play
what's the name of the game that you're playing?
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
What's your
2?
Kingdom Come Deliverance build? Explain this to us. You were talking about it before the stream.
Yeah, no. I'm just. It's sword and board. It's always sword and board. I have to reclaim Bohemia for its rightful king.
Yeah, you're always surfing.
Once the slabs must fall.
Are you doing timed parries of any sort or timed blocks?
Yeah, that's the entire game is all timed parries and timed blocks. You start off and they just beat you up. It's awful. My entire build is either I have a sword or I just get there's a drunkenness stat in that game. Like you level it up by drinking.
That's badass.
So I've just been doing that and going and getting into bar fights most of the time.
I'm glad that the developers that decided to be slightly less racist than they were.
Oh.
Wait, do you not know about the race stuff with that game? With the original?
No. No, I don't.
Okay,
I played the original, but I only...
there was a bunch of stuff from the developers of that game that was like, yeah, we only put white people in this game because it's realistic to the era. And also the person who made the music for that game was like an actual neo-Nazi.
Wait, what?
I mean,
really?
the second part checks out, just considering.
But the new game has a gay romance, to my understanding, and a bunch of people of color. So
yeah,
they
that's
clearly
the second one, definitely.
Decided to not be shitty anymore.
I was gonna say I had a gay romance with a fellow knight before a large siege, and also there's a lot of diversity compared to the first one. Yeah, that I honestly had to complain about that one because like the first game pretended that Europe was a self-contained orb.
Europe
I'm eating soup.
Europe is just sort of alone in a single fish tank in like a terrifying cosmic aquarium.
What kind of soup?
So it's Panera, not a sponsor. Cheddar bacon soup that I put a bunch of white cheddar Cheez-Its in.
Oh my goodness!
And I previously dipped. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying you've texturized it.
Yeah, I'd also previously dipped the titular Panera bread in it, and also a chicken bacon rancher from Panera. So it's pretty good. It's got a perpetual sort of vibe, but kind of just dipping. Anyways, we're not here to talk about my sickly eating habits. Tell me about this little game that I've heard about and have actually played. Inhuman Resources.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
Well, Inhuman Resources, if you want to put up, like, one of the teaser images, like maybe the cover or something.
This frog thinks it can order me around, and
I
folks
can.
Doesn't even have thumbs.
and folks
You're
that
both
can.
yeah, you're both so sick by default. I sort of have power because I'm aligned with pestilence metaphysically, being because of the biblical plagues and the frog. You know how it is. Anyway, yeah. And Human Resources is a office free the transformation game, kind of an absurdist workplace horror comedy where you play as interns in a giant labyrinthian like science building that's been put on lockdown, and you must perform missions for various department heads, and along the way watch the slow collapse of this place from the inside out. Very much riffing on like the Half-Lifes and the Team Fortress 2 and the abiotic factors of just being this massive nightmare conglomerate that also turns you into a cow and milks you.
It's like Half-Life, but you filled Gordon Freeman's HEV suit with the ooze until the joints in the plating cracked, and also his brain got broken.
Yeah, and then you
got
turned
mind
him into a
broken.
giant. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then you turned him
mind
into like
broken
a.
Gordon Freeman.
That's just Gordon Freeman.
That's
You're
true.
right.
From frame one.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
keeps. Man, I hope Half-Life. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I just wanted to say you mentioned art by Run Rabbit Bounce. You wanted me to mention that.
Yes.
Also,
If we want to.
My
yeah.
my beautiful plush wife.
Yay!
Beautiful plush life. Yeah. Bounces has been like one of the. It's just me, Softie, and Bounce working on this game right now. Bounce has done like, frankly, a very insane amount of art for this game. All of it just oozes so much charm and character, and the whole like the whole book is styled as a sort of corporate training manual, and includes things like a lot of Fallout-esque inserts and like little diatribes from the company mascot Loiny, the cow pig, who everyone
Lainey,
loves.
Lainey
Everyone wants
says,
Looney.
"Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you." And as I gave you the green plants, I give you everything.
Loiny
Classic Looney.
did say this.
Yeah.
But yeah, mechanically, I would say, in addition to just being a game with a lot of really hot, like, sci-fi kind of creature feature ass, like, body horror king shit in it, it's a game with a really interesting world and like a built-in escalation system, as well as a bit strangely for being a Powered by the Apocalypse game, focusing a good deal on like bizarre conflict and social and physical combat. There are mechanics basically designed for specifically like a confrontation using any of the main skills with their own like tables and results. And like this sort of dice-based, what I'll describe as like Yahtzee-esque system where the amount of dice you roll depends on the difficulty of the situation, meaning that like you succeed more heavily, but also you can fail more aggressively because you take. So, for example, like a CV of 1 is just you roll once, but then like a CV of 3 is you roll 3 times and then you take the results for each as like separate things that happened. And this basically works in a way where like a lot of mechanics cascade very quickly and snowball out of control. It's a game designed to kind of snowball very quickly and lead into situations where things get very out of hand. And I think it's very fun. It definitely amplifies the like wacky and vaguely unhinged nature of the setting.
And I think the big thing that feeds into that combat loop is kind of just the theming of the fact that it's like a ton of unskilled office workers using things they found around to kill each other.
Yeah, something that, a question that I don't personally think you necessarily need to have an answer to, but I feel like you're going to receive, so I'll ask it anyways. Um, are either of you familiar with, what do you call it, triangle agency?
Oh, I've been made familiar with Triangle Agency after. I think after we started development on Inhuman,
Mhm.
I think Triangle Agency definitely, like, I haven't read it, and I probably won't read it until Inhuman Resources is done because I don't want to, like, I don't want to crib.
Yeah. I'm in a similar boat. I hadn't heard about it until very recently.
Yeah.
On like pure vibes from what you've heard about it, what like to a player, or a potential buyer, like what makes Inhuman Resources like distinct, or what does what are some of like Inhuman Resources like big like strengths?
Yeah, I would definitely, or sorry, I've been talking a lot. Sif, do you want to?
No, go for it. Go for what you're going to say, and I'll follow up.
Yeah, I would say that like Inhuman Resources in particular has a lot of like interesting stuff with the way that like the transformation mechanics work, and specifically all of the mutagens, which are in addition to like moves you can buy for like the in-game currency is pizza party vouchers that have become sort of a script. Uh, Different things you get from certain tests because part of the game cycle is getting tested on, obviously. In addition to doing, that's one of the kinds of jobs you can do. Mutagens are all modify your character in some like fundamental way, and they come in phases. They come in like phases, or sorry, tiers, where each time you advance the tier of a mutagen, its effects on your character become more and more pronounced. So, like, one of the first ones we wrote is the sheep one, Bleeding Masses for the agriculture department, where at first you just sort of have like horrible little sheep head tumors and like a vague increase in your social amiability. And then later on, at the second tier, those growths become like small individual sheep that you can control as like remote vessels that have like 1 health. And then if you take the third tier, uh, you just become a mass of those with each of your hit points divided amongst just a massive herd of sheep that you just sort of control as a hive mind, which fundamentally completely changes how like you interface with the world as you just have this like massive supply of fodder bodies.
I'm normal about being a hive mind with a massive supply of fodder bodies.
It's good.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
I think that, and also just like specifically, I think a lot of it has to do with the kind of strict framing around what your characters are doing there. There's kind of like not a real hard set time limit, but theming around like you are basically locked in interns that are being forced to stay here and do labor while everyone else in the actual departments gets to live in like relative luxury inside of their little encased areas. You are being forced to basically wage an interdepartmental warfare. Like you're a grunt being hired to do mercenary work between your testing. And basically
Awesome.
that ranges from office supply stealing to like murdering someone of high value or like killing a department head.
This will happen to girls, I think.
Well,
It will. Hell yeah.
soon.
Is there anything else about human resources that you'd like to mention?
Uh, I think what would be good to say is uh, it would be good to mention specifically that like I think if you enjoyed me and Eclipse's work on We Live Forever, Inhuman in particular is a project I would recommend because it's kind of become it is in a certain sense kind of a sibling project in the sense that they come from similar neuroses, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked on both of them. I would say like Inhuman has a lot of the same like really strong world building and the like sense of like a very defined game loop that like has some built-in mechanics for like different kinds of escalation and just generally I think there isn't enough TF pervert media. Uh, if you're a fan of like Cronenberg or like the movie The Substance, I think you'll really enjoy the particular sense of humor and horror Inhuman Resources has.
Yeah, we wanted all the TF to be horrifying because I don't really like TF if there's not a degree of actual horror to it.
Hmm.
Because even if you think it's cool, it's terrifying that your body can just do that.
Yeah. Is there any other media that you feel like has like hit that like line between like horror and like hotness and or coolness for you with TF?
I mean, I haven't gotten a chance to. I haven't picked up Hawk Moth King yet, but everything I've heard about it leads me to believe that it is absolutely a very good example of this. Uh, fucking, there's Euphoria, obviously, by my good friend Lilith, the goat, in the sense that she has horns and she goes bah, not in the sense that she's the. Uh,
She could be the
but
greatest of all
like,
time to me.
yeah, but she has to beat the 7 trials.
Right. God damn it.
Yeah, the blood-sated sword seal.
Fuck.
But yeah, I think to another upcoming project to change the Island of Dr. Moreau by U.S. Duckler. I have playtested that game a few times, and
It's pretty cool.
it has. I think it honestly, because it has a very unique framing device and TFs that are kind of pre-built with a certain theme in mind. In some ways, I think the specific atmosphere we're going for with Inhuman Resources, like the blend of horror and hotness, is done better in IODM than the original to change, which is designed to be a lot more like malleable.
Yeah, I would be tempted to agree.
I think media-wise, if I were to say two things, it would be two very different things. It would be like Tetsuo the Iron Man and From Beyond.
Mm. Hell yeah. I wish I knew more about those, and unfortunately
It's okay. Also,
kind of
Videodrome.
the pleb.
That's okay.
Yes.
From Beyond is professor basically it's fake science. It learns to expand the pineal gland of people and it makes them able to see a layer of reality that they can't normally see, but also that means that like your body starts to mutate and become an awful horrifying thing.
Very cool. I love
And
when that
Tetsuo
happens
the
to me.
Iron Man as a man becomes metal.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then has an anime fight for like 40 minutes with another man who's made of metal.
Well, that happens to a guy.
A man named the Metal Fetishist, to be clear.
Oh, God.
That's his only name is, the Metal Fetishist.
The only thing we get to know about him in the movie is that he put a very small amount of metal in the protagonist, knowing it would turn them into a weird metal man, like them. And also, he vaguely wants to become one. And they have an anime fight for...
Oh, it's anime, right?
No, it's live action, practical effects, stop motion.
80s or I think early 90s, like really early 90s or like 89.
Huh.
Yeah, Japanese movie, really good.
Looks sick.
Yeah.
It's really cheesy, but I like it a lot. I think I made you watch that, didn't I, Crowley?
You did. We watched it on a date. It was lovely.
Yeah, it was one of our date nights. Was we watched Tetsuo the Iron Man.
That in like Synecdoche, New York.
Oh yeah, Schenectady, New York. Yeah.
I love to just fuck with my partner's head on a date night.
Literally, our first date night was watching a movie that emotionally destroyed both of us.
Good.
It was good.
I think a good way to start a relationship. Someone should try this. Start a relationship with a movie night of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Really fuck with your partner's head.
We basically did something about that degree.
Clips.
Good.
If someone did that to you, you would come.
Yeah.
Well, what you have to do is, at the end of the movie, you have to look at them and say, I did this to you, but don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
You know what other movie? I don't really like the creator of it, but you know what movie also has some pretty good body horror? District 9. That's a horrible, horrible thing that happens to that man.
Hell yeah. Oh, God. Oh, the coffer.
I've watched too many movies. Yeah, the coffer.
Oh.
This will not be very long stream,
funny.
because if you look on the screen, you can see that I'm wearing a little ice pack, and I have an arrow pointing towards me that says sick.
Our coffers are full, but our hearts are barren.
Oh. Oh no. Softie has sent an image of me. Can I show this?
Yeah, show that.
Okay.
Oh,
Softie
the misery.
Sent a picture of me, and it's really sad what happened to this woman.
Last known footage.
Last known footage of Darling Demon Eclipse. She has...
Man, I can't believe...
Her eyes are bloodshot. She has snot coming out of her nose.
I can't believe Planet Darling had a super spreader event.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. I did this to everyone.
Impressive for a planet with like 3 beings on it, right?
Yeah. There's some like ancient slumbering deities, but that's it.
Yeah,
it's so scary.
Did they give you pneumonia?
Possibly.
You know, at Tritech, the hit setting of Inhuman Races, they could fix you. They could make you better.
Yeah. It would probably...
You'd probably become goo.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
It would probably turn you into sort of a living, like, slime mold-esque, like, germ of the disease you have.
Yeah.
And you would never be sick again, but you would infect everyone with your girl disease.
The Goblin's rule for Eva says, the only thing I know of a Videodrome is that when they did test showings of that film, a person hated it so much they managed to fuck up their gender on the paper they were filing out.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Cronenberg's work will do that to you. One of my 2 all-time favorite Davids.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of David's, and that's one of my favorite Davids.
What's your?
I only like
Lynch.
Yeah,
I'm a big
rest
fan
in
of
peace.
David Lynch. Duchovny. Duchovny's pretty good.
Strider.
Okay.
David Strider from Homestuck.
You know, I was just talking about how ICP became the presidents in Homestuck yesterday.
I remember, cool. I was there.
Yeah, I was messed up. Yeah, no, Videodrome is really cool. If you need to know one thing about it, it's that there's something happens to a man's chest that should never be seen.
What?
Okay,
It's
yeah.
hot. It's
Hot dog.
hot. His.
We're not. I don't know if I want to describe it. I think you just need to see it to believe. Videodrome's great.
Yeah, it's.
He gets wet
It,
in it, as my
Yeah.
understanding.
I
it's
was gonna say
sexy.
I was gonna say, if you want to know what happens, refer to the "We Live Forever" rulebook.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but
I don't know what I can say on here.
yeah.
You can say cunt on here.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, the blood cunt is another Videodrome reference. There's a mutagen in this called Neurodrome, which is also a reference. Very good work. Seminal, seminal even, in the sense that it makes me come hard.
Nice.
Doesn't a guy like fuck his TV? Like it manifests a screen, pussy, and he rails it.
Yeah, there's a TV lady, but also just a TV.
It manifests a pair of lips that start pressing, and what really stuck with me in that film is the way that screens are given like the texture of like saran wrap when they're deformed. Like when something presses from inside of the TV, it's always like in this like way where there's like condensation and like it's good. It's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if anyone else had this urge, but when I was in school, those like little pencil grip things that like are like rubber.
yeah.
I feel like it would feel like that to touch those TVs.
Yeah.
The reason I mention those is because when I was a child, I liked to chew on those like gum. Wretched child.
The chewer.
The chewer. Okay. Oh shit! Hang on. I'm gonna post this. So people should nab these. There are 1,000 community copies of Stew Pot. Go get your juice.
We're all so sick and we need a hearty pot of stew.
Yeah. No, y'all should take those. That's a good game. It's meant to be played after an adventure game, and you like you run a tavern, and it's very like nice and comfy without being cozy. Like comfy and interested in like what it looks like to be a person who is like slowly losing their like connection to violence and is like becoming more of a normal person in like a society.
Ooh.
It's good.
That sounds really good.
We've discussed Stew Pot. It's another one of those games I really want to play.
Me too. I mean, I played a little bit of it years ago because it's been out in various forms for a while now. Okay. I honestly, how do we feel about like hitting the news, looking at some Zine Month stuff, and then calling it a night? I'm like so fucking sick.
Yeah, that's all good.
We can do another one of these sometime with this roundup.
I would love to do another one because I feel like there's definitely like we should definitely have another go at this when you're not in active physical pain.
Yeah. When I'm not shivering and dying and coughing and sneezing.
Yeah.
I have to put on a face mask, and I'm thousands of miles away.
Yeah, you got that dog face mask.
I do. It's
I have a gas mask also, but it's like one of the symbiotic ones from Fetish.
Coming in from a land where no one ever gets sick, it's Cordis to the news bird.
Whoa!
It's pretty cool. So let me pull up the ones that I actually want to look at. Oh god. Oh, fuck.
You're gonna have to use a text to speech, like I was saying.
Yeah. Wait, I'm also gonna include this one because they get ready for. Oh. Hopefully, I can show that on stream. That's probably fine. Alright. And this. Okay, we're gonna look at some. We're gonna look at some cool. We're news this week is not news as normal. We're looking at Zine Month shit. I want to look at some cool Zine Month shit. Uh, first of all, we have Mum Chums by Tanya Floger, a slice of life RPG about the people who care for kids. I met Tanya through trying to set up a Big Bad Con panel about like sex and sexuality in RPGs, and that didn't go through. But here's the thing: we hung out there anyways for a bit, and I learned that that Tanya has a kid in Ireland. And so I was not at all surprised when Tanya announced this, which seems really cool. I think it's cool to be. I think it's cool that this is a project that is like exploring like quote unquote mumhood from a kind of like gender agnostic perspective, especially with the way that it's kind of been adopted by TERFs in a lot of places.
Yeah, it seems like it has the potential to be really poignant with the right group. Like, I would be very interested to see a game of it, or be in a game of it.
Yeah, they also hit their main goal. Do they have stretch goals? Let's see.
Their mango.
Their mango. No, but they do have cool rewards. They have a mug. They have a sticker. So think about it, okay?
I do need a new mug.
Yeah, me too. Mine is all yellowed from tea. Next one is not really an actual Zine Month project. It's Zgosk's weekly reviews of Zine Month projects. Be sure to keep an eye on that and check those out, because that's what love is like when you watch a Zgosk video, when you watch a Zygmunt Hotep video. Oh, who's this? Oh, this is Your Beheld's Dracotrophication.
Shit!
Shameless self-plug, launching in 6 days. 4 days on Saturday. We're getting close to, it's like almost ready. But some last minute things have happened. That's okay. That'll happen when you're sick.
Ecotrophication rules, and I have read it and I can attest to this.
Yay, I like it a lot. I'm gonna be playing it with you, Crowley, on this channel.
It's true.
Or probably the app channel, actually. Go follow follow Your Beheld.
Yeah.
On Twitch.
I've been hyped about this.
Follow that fucker. Also, I saw this game, and might be collaborating with the people who made it. Wink, wink. Her Cup Overfloweth. It seems really cool. It's a like kind of like weird, like very like mosaic layout kink game between a queen and a princess, and it has a lot of like really neat art that's kind of built into the mosaic and like fridge poetry style writing. Seems really cool. Coming out, I think it's coming out Friday, the day before Dracotrophication, so check that out.
Damn.
And then we just have the pages for these. I don't know, did anything catch either of your eyes for Zine Month? I'm trying to look if there's anything in here that's grabbed me, or is grabbing me now.
This has been an incredibly busy month for me, so I haven't had time to look at anything.
That's okay. Yo, Fisherman class and fishing for D&D 5e. Fuck yes.
Yo!
Sock Puppets, the TTRPG. That's awesome. Sock Puppets talk to the hand.
Talk to the hand.
Yo, it has a sexual references. That's awesome.
What's your All right, Eclipse, what's your favorite sexual reference?
This puppet's gonna come.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
Yeah, this actually looks really cool. If you pay enough money to them, they'll send you a badly made puppet, which is pretty cool.
Oh, awesome.
For $200.
That's a steal.
And also, you get a one-shot. I don't know how much money this is, but for some amount of money, you get a one-shot session of any RPG with Herman the puppet, who's I guess the feature puppet.
I made a messed up puppet game.
That's Herman. That's Herman on the screen.
Herman the puppet will show up and play a one-shot with you?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's insane.
I didn't think they did that.
What's this? Starly Davidson. Motorcycles, heartbreaks, and tarot cards. Inside every woman is a biker gang.
Oh my god.
Na.
Now that's a name.
Yeah, this looks pretty cool. I don't know if I have time to like comprehend this, but this looks pretty sexy.
Yeah.
Give this a look if it seems like your vibe.
Yeah, so Eclipse, you really seem like you're running on fumes. Do we want to maybe like start shifting towards rapping?
Let's look at backer kit really quick. This is really not much here. Any of this? Oh yeah, this is I saw that Cat Crawl is another game funding a backer kit made by trans folks, so you should look at that. Okay.
Good.
Yeah. I don't know much about it. It's a crawl, but you're a cat, and you're exploring a new home. That seems pretty neat to me. All right, this is a short one. Micro episode. We'll come back another day. We'll finish what's been started.
Yeah, no, and by the way, Eclipse, I just want to say, like, by no means did you have, like, were you obligated to do this now while you're dying? No, I'm saying, but I'm saying that I really appreciate that you had us on in the first place, and that.
Oh, thank you.
I was gonna say thank you for having us. Even with the short stream, it was just nice to be here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make chicken karage after this.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm gonna shout out chicken karage.
SO !SO chicken karage.
I'm gonna shout out my partner's chicken karage.
Fuck yes.
Yep.
Who am I rating? Go watch Moonshot Network. They're playing the Dark Pictures franchise.
No. Which one? That's what really matters.
It's one of them.
What are they on? It's one of them.
Go play in the grass, kid. Doors unlocked.
If it's Little Hope, great. But if it's Man of Medan, I'm not watching it.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. We love you.
You don't like what you see, you can change it. It's up to you, really. Goodbye, good luck, and have fun.